Hi everyone, welcome to the RPA practical series. So in this video I am going to cover the remaining part of the practical 4B. Okay, so in previous video we have seen how to install the WI extension file, and also we have covered that how to create an Excel file with some data inside it. Okay, now in this video I am going to cover the entire practical steps because this is the part 2 of this practical 4B. Now, if you have not watched the previous video, just go and watch the part 1 video of 4th B practical because I have covered some basic steps required for this practical. Okay, I'll start with the practical. Okay, now before opening your UiPath Studio, first of all, you have to open your Excel file where you have created the data. So in my case, I have kept this file inside the document, so I'll open it. Click here, keep this file open. Now go in your search bar and search for WI. Okay, see all these steps we have done in the previous video, in part 1 video of this practical. Okay, now see, now I got both this file, our Excel file and UiPath. Yeah, just sorry, this WI. Now open your WI, sorry, open your UiPath Studio now. Click on blank process, name it as 4th B practical. Okay, create. See, one more thing before doing the following steps. See, you don't have to minimize this file. You don't have to minimize this Excel file and this WI file. Okay, keep both this file open inside your background. First of all, open your Excel file. After that, open your WI file. And after that, you have to open your UiPath Studio. Now, see, now we'll go along with the steps. Click here. First of all, add a application scope. Excel. Okay, see, this one. If you are not getting this option for this Excel application scope, it means you are using the modern design experience. So you have to go in project, click on settings, and you have to disable this modern design experience. Then only you will be able to use this Excel application scope. So if you are not getting the option, go and disable the modern design experience. Okay. Now select the path in documents. See path of your Excel file. Okay. Now inside the do of this Excel application scope, click here and add a read range. Okay. Now see what this read range will do. It will read all the data stored inside this Excel file, and it will store all those data inside a variable. So for this we will create a variable. So click here, go in properties, and inside this data table, click here, create variable, and give it a name as WI for storing all the data which we will be receiving from Excel file. Okay. Okay, once you have created the variable, now add another activity for each loop. Okay, for each row in data table. See, I am using this one just because we have the data inside our Excel file. Okay, so we have to loop over each and every data. So we'll take for each row in data table. Now as we have created the variable here, WI, mention it here, WI. Okay, now from this WI all the data will be stored inside this WI, and one by one all the data will be assigned to this current row variable, this one. Okay, now inside the body of this for each, click here and take type into activities. 3 type into 1, 2 and 3. Take 3 type into activities just to indicate the screen, indicate the boxes of the WI. Okay, click here. Now first of all select this one. Okay, once done, now click on this indicate on screen, select second one. Okay, now click on this indicate on screen, select this one. Okay, now see, now we will now click here and we will write some steps like, see, now all the datas whatever the data we will get from the Excel file, these datas are stored inside this current row variable. So we'll have to mention it here. So I'll write current row inside the bracket cache in, okay, dot toString. Copy this one, paste it here, and again paste it here. Okay, now just rename this. Instead of cache in, write, sorry, check one. Now inside this, write check two. See, whatever the name we have mentioned here, like cache in, check one, and check two, this should match exactly with your Excel file. See here, I have here cache in, I have here check one, I have here check two. Okay, the same you have to write inside this double quotes. One for cache in, one for check one, and one for check two. Okay, once it is done, scroll down, click here again, and add another activity named as get text. Get text. Take this one. Okay. Now click here, indicate on screen. Sorry. Now press the escape button. Say I'm deleting this. Okay. Click here. This one. Click. Oh, sorry. Take one. Click. Oh, sorry. Not. No. 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 What we have added? We have added the text activity here. 3 text activities. Okay. After that. Sorry. We have taken 3 type into activities. Okay. Now take one click activity. Okay. Now keep your WI path open. Now click on indicate on screen and select this one cache. Click here. Okay. Once it is done, now take again and add 3 get text activity. Get text. Take 2, one for transaction and another one for total. Okay. Now click here, indicate on screen. Now see here transaction value. Click here on this transaction value. Okay. Added. Now click here, indicate on screen. Now click here this total value. Okay. Now this also added. Now one by one, click on this get text. Now to store this transaction value, we will create one variable. Click here, go in properties, create variable, and I will name it as transaction. Okay, done for this transaction value. Now click here, go in properties, create variable, and create a variable to store total value. Enter. Okay, see, I've created for this both. Now once again click on this get text, click here, edit selector, scroll down, deselect this box, validate, and okay. Okay, that's it. Now at very last step we have to take one more activity called as click. This one, click. Okay, click here, indicate on screen, and to submit we will take this one, accept. Okay, now at last click here and add a message box. Okay, sorry, not a message box, I made some mistake here. Now after taking get text activity, sorry, after taking the get text activity, we have to take the right cell. Sorry, take this right cell, 1 2 3. Okay, now in this right cell we have to mention like we are going to store data in which cell. Like see, I'll tell you for this. Open the Excel file. Now see, now I have kept this total in E cell, transaction in F cell, and status in G cell. Okay, so whatever the data we will pass inside the Excel file through our WI, so the data will be stored according to the cell. like the total data will be stored inside this E1, transaction will be in F1, and status will be in G1. So we have to mention this here in UiPath Studio. So just click here, open in Advanced Editor, and write in bracket in double quotes E concatenate WI dot rows dot index of, in bracket, name of the variable current row plus 2 dot toString. Okay, now see, just copy it and save. Now see, this one was for E. Okay, so name it as total. Now click here, just paste it here, just change the cell name, and this one is for transaction value, so I'll write it as transaction. Okay, now once again click here, paste it here, and write the cell name G, and this one is for status, so I will write in double quotes string value called status. Okay, now see, once it is done, now total in E, transaction in F, and this status in G. You can see here in Excel file we have total in E, transaction in F, and status in G. Okay, once it is done, now at last take one click activity. Okay, indicate on screen. Now click on this accept. Okay, once it is done, now at last take one message box just to print the data saved successfully. In double quotes write data saved successfully. Okay, now I think we are done with the steps. Okay, we are done with the steps. Now see, go inside the Excel file, you can see we have the data till this check 1, check 2, we have data till this check 2. Now see what will happen, this WI will calculate all the data one by one, will be passed inside this WI. It will calculate the value, according to that the transaction number will be changed, and all this data will be automatically saved in this Excel file again. Okay, in this total, transaction, and status section. Okay, all the data will be stored inside this Excel file. Now as now you can see this both cells, this both columns are empty. Okay, now we'll see how the process gets automated. Click here, come back to the UiPath Studio, and click on run. See, I'm not doing anything, all the process will be done automatically. See, okay, so I'm not doing anything, it is working automatically. See, as we have covered 6 data, I think. Fifth one, now see, it's shown the message data saved successfully. Now we will go back and check whether data is saved or not. Click on this Excel file. Now so you can see here we got the total of this 3, 4 plus 2 plus 1 7, 6 plus 3 plus 9 11. See, we got all this data. We haven't done anything manually, all this process is done by this W extension file. Okay, so that's it. This was the practical steps, okay, of this this was the part 2 of this practical 4B. So we have successfully covered this practical. So once again, thanks for watching, and just be updated with my channel. I'll keep uploading the further practicals video. Okay, thanks for watching.